Okay, so the answer to this one should be 4.98 hours. The way we set this up is using the fact that rate is a distance over a time. But in this case, it's more like a task is the distance covered, and the time is the amount it takes to do that task. So in this one, for Shayna, it would be like 40 bushels in 9.1 hours. And if you do 40 divided by 9.1, you'll get bushels per hour. So if they have to do bushels, 40 bushels, then however many bushels per hour they do, they work together, that's the total number of bushels per hour they can do. So for Nora Chai, can do the same amount, 40 bushels, in 11 hours. So we're just adding their speeds together, and that means that in some amount of time we don't know, they can do those 40 bushels. I talked about in previous examples how you can just do you could do 1 instead of 40 on all of these, because if we divide by 40 on both sides, we would end up with 1 over 9.1 plus 1 over 11. You don't have to do that though, and I'm not going to do that here. I just want you to see that it'll work both ways. But you can think of it as they can complete the one task in 9.1 hours. So how do we solve this? Well, we've got all kinds of stuff in denominators. So if we multiply by 9.1, we have to multiply by 9.1 everywhere. This 9.1 will cancel that out, and you'll have 40 in the numerator, and that's all that's left. In this numerator, you'd have 40 times 9.1 over 11 equals 40 times 9.1 over x. And now we're going to do the same thing again. To get rid of this 11 in the denominator, the opposite of dividing by 11 is to multiply by 11. We multiply by 11 everywhere. By 11s. So here we've got 40 times 11 plus 40 times 9.1 equals 40 times 9.1 times 11. So only if it was in the denominator previously will you have something to cancel it out. So because the first term had a 9.1, we don't see the 9.1 anymore. Because the next term had the 11 in the denominator, it cancels out that 11. And this one's over x. So the last step before we can solve is to multiply by x everywhere. You'll see this x cancels out this x. We've got 40 times 11 x plus 40 times 9.1 x equals 40 times 9.1 times 11. And these 40s make things a little more difficult, but thank goodness we have calculators. So we can just do, oh come on, 40 times 11, that gave me 440. 40 times 9.1, that's 364, equals times 9.1 times 11, and that equals 4,004. We have to add these, that's 804x equals 4,004. Divide by 804, divide by 804, and you see 4.98, and that's the number of hours it takes them to do together. Alright, the next one will be very, very, very similar. You just have to find out the speed of one individual. So maybe the x would be here instead of over here, because they're going to tell us how fast they can do it together in the next one. All right, best of luck. Take care of number 2.